trail back in just the end of April. I had to call 911 there. There was an accident. A couple off-road vehicles, well, one was involved. And yeah, somebody had to be airlifted out of here.
From the time we receive our dispatch tones over the radio, we aim to be airborne in 8 minutes. That's for the daytime. Now, during nicer weather, we'll often tow and park the aircraft outside. This way, we don't have to worry about towing. As soon as we get a call, we can be in the aircraft and flying right away.
Chopper's just landing there. Oh man, that was a tough hour and a half, 2 hours of my life here. A girl was in a side-by-side and they hit a tree and she got a really bad head gash, probably a broken shoulder and ribs. She was bleeding really bad through the nose there at first, and that was hard to watch. Anyway, the Stars Air ambulance is here. There they are. Look at this dog. He's hurt. He's like sneaking in the ditch here. He's waiting. We're still waiting for the chopper to leave. It hasn't left yet. I had cut a bunch of wood that day. I see it's still here. The accident was right through those trees there. They came flying right through there. I was parked right in front of the camera here, so the truck was just over and then it was pointing that way. And that's exactly why I parked it here, was because I didn't want to park in this intersection. And that side-by-side came flying through the bush. It hit a tree over there and knocked it right over. And then it ended up right there. Lucky they didn't hit that tree, because it would have been game over. It came flying through here. I could hear it. It sounded like the throttle stuck. I still never heard what really happened. But instead of making the turn right here, a nice easy turn, I don't know if they hit this tree as well. No, I don't think so. They came flying right through here. And I mean flying. I could see the side-by-side, like I could tell that it was airborne. And then I think it landed right about here somewhere. There was a tree here somewhere, I thought. Yeah, there it is. You can see it knocked it right over. Looks smaller than I remember it. I think that's the one. Yeah, that is the one. Still pretty big. And if that would have been a spruce tree, like, I'm sure the person would have been killed. And then the side-by-side stopped right where I was standing. I was parked over there. And that's exactly why, because originally I had parked here and I thought, you never know, if somebody doesn't make that corner, even though it's not much of a corner. And it proved to be a good decision. I always think of an escape route when I'm out here, and that's why. So then the off-road vehicle that they have, the rescue vehicle, had to come right in here and tend to the person that got hurt. So what actually happened here was, I was on the phone with 911 dispatch the whole time, and they'd swapped me over to another person somewhere in between there. And so I'm walking around, and you know, it's not a great scene, so I'm I'm trying to stay away from the victim and, just keep calm, and which I did the whole time, and I gave them perfect directions how to find us. Plus, they had me pegged. They said they could tell exactly where I was with the just tell where I was on my cell phone. So eventually, like, it just seemed like, okay, this is taking way too long. So I told them that I was leaving to go find the rescue crew, and they're like, no, no, don't leave, don't leave. I'm like, well, I'm leaving because I'm not waiting here any longer and listening to this. I'm gonna go. She's hurting unit here. So I loaded all my chainsaws, had them all on the ground, just threw them in the box of the truck, just flew out of the bush. I remember looking in the mirror, I could see like my chainsaws flying all over the place. And I went out to them and I guided them back in. One of the officers jumped in with me, and the rescue vehicle followed me, and we went back in. That's how we got there. So sometimes, like, these guys do a good job. They really do. Sometimes you just got to take matters in your own hands and say, okay, I'm going to do something here, because I didn't want to wait any longer. Like, I felt that they should have already been coming to me. They were in the area, but there was a little bit of confusion there, and they were having a hard time finding the trail. So in this case, I made the call and I went to them. But the victim, the girl, she had somebody there with her the whole time. It wasn't like I was abandoning her, so it was the right thing to do. So they came back, they got her, and then they hauled her out. So she's in the chopper now, and she's been in here the whole time that I've been videoing this, and I'm getting pretty worried. Like, I'm thinking, maybe she died. Like, you don't know, right? But what it was they were taking a while to stabilize her. They had to take care of some of her injuries before they get into flight type thing. And so they basically have, I think, like two. I think they're basically like combat doctors type thing. Like, they can just about do anything. And these two doctors, they go in and they fix them up the best they can and get them ready for the flight. And man, like, this is Stars Air Ambulance, like, and these guys are just awesome. Like, they've freaking saved so many lives. It's not even funny. Like, unbelievable. Like, I mean, the speed, how they get to the site so fast and everything, it's awesome.
Safe travels.
So there they go. They're heading to Edmonton, which is about 3 hours from here. Like, drive by car, but it's probably half hour, 40 minutes in that chopper. And she did survive, so that was awesome.